I've got my buddy Jason with me, and today I wanted to talk about men's group. So this is a long time I've done this interview kind of style in a while, so I'll try my best. But so we've had this men's group running for over like about 2-ish years already.
I think around 1.5 years. Around
Okay.
1.5 years, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think you did actually mention in the past that look, let's like publicize it and let people know about it. But I think at the time I said, hey, give me some time. Whenever I'm ready, then we'll talk about it more. But I mean, the good thing is that I think now we have more or less we got a good kind of structure going. Our format is working, and so I think now is the time where we can. It's almost like we get a new house and then we have our furniture is ready and we can start to invite more people in,
Sure.
right?
Yep.
So I think we did reach out to different men as well, but now I think we can really open it up. So maybe we can just share a little bit about men's group.
Yeah, okay. I think so far we have done like at least 5 sessions.
Okay.
Okay, so each session we have around like 15 to 20 guys around there. Yeah, and what we will do in the session, okay, is actually we want to provide this platform, this safe platform for guys to come in and then just share their thoughts, share what they couldn't share in their daily life, because most of the time, no one cares about what a guy's think, nobody cares about what they say and stuff like that. And even if they want to say, they don't have a platform to do it. So we want to don't get me wrong, it's not like a pity party or whatever. It's just want guys to be able to share freely what they can't share in their daily lives, to let them have like a outlet and understand that they are not alone in this like situation.
Yeah, I think so. I think maybe we can go back to how this thing started in the first place.
Sure.
So we've known each other for quite a long time already.
I think 10 years at least.
Oh yeah. I think we met at
Should be.
I want to say Influence Asia,
It is.
right? Influence Asia.
Yeah.
You were
The
fitness,
side, yeah.
and then
You are, I don't know,
I was
lifestyle? Is it?
no, I think I was generic. I won Influencer of the
okay.
Year, I think.
Yeah.
Right? There was
we went for two years.
right. There was one year that we didn't get anything.
I didn't get anything.
We didn't get anything, right. But I think that's important to say as well that you are first and foremost. I think you are one of the. I don't know if pioneer is the right word. It's very loosely thrown around, but you're one of the strongest driving forces in the fitness industry in Singapore. At least the one that used to who use social media to kind of put it out there, right? And the other thing is you're very open about your opinion online.
Yes.
You speak very openly about it, which is I think kind of the fun part that we can talk about as well, because I wanted to talk about our differences, So okay, maybe let's go back to, so we've known each other for a while and we connect very, very well, during our successes, our downfalls. I think we've always been very good with checking up on each other, and just like, hey bro, how are you? Like let's catch up. And sometimes it's as simple as like going through something, talking to me for a long time. I just sit and listen, and you do the same for me as well, right? And I think for a lot of men, this seems like feminine or like, like, hey, what are you like, Aquan like that? How come But it's not the kind of, it's a very different thing.
It's not how it seems, because I think it takes a lot for like two friends that I would say. Because friends, to me, friend, this term is a very important segregation from acquaintance. Right, so a friend is a real friend. So to have a friend that really can so-called listen to you and not just hearing, hearing and listening is
There's
different.
a difference, yeah.
Yeah, so listening to you and then giving probably like constructive comments, and because I think everybody just needs a little bit of encouragement and support sometimes, and that's what keeps them going, just a little bit. Yeah, so I think being that friend is very important. I mean, that's what we are trying to do in the men's group as well. Giving support and giving encouragement to people.
One of my friends who really helped me a lot last time, he said sometimes we just need people to believe in us.
Yes.
Which I think is very true. And I think, it's been a while since I've done this, so structurally we're a bit loose. But let's go back to this point. So I think we are very fortunate because we have this. You know, we happen to meet the right kind of friend at the right time. We can speak. You also have your own group of guy friends who you can kind of go deeper with. But unfortunately, that's not the case with all men, right? You are also, I mean, we also have feminine attributes in the sense that we speak a lot about how we feel. You know, we're able to articulate it, but not all men are like that.
Correct.
You know, I know a lot of men who are rather closed off, and they find it easier to, you know, oh, let's just go have a beer, and then we talk about everything under the sun.
Yeah, but just not the problem.
And that's kind of like, guys, you know, I think a lot of women are a lot more articulate about their feelings, but we're not. The reason why I wanted to talk about the differences is because maybe somebody who's hearing about this, right, or they would think like, oh, this is the kind of group for a certain type of men, you know, but what we want to say is that it doesn't matter like what color you are or like where you're from or your beliefs, you know, we're all different men, but we come together, and like you said, it's not a pity party where we feel sorry for one another, but it's like, hey, you know, why don't you just come here and voice your opinion? And I think the other thing I wanted to say is that I think a lot of men, right, they get a lot out of it and they don't share, right? Some men come, we want everyone to share, but some guys, it's just not their time. Like I said, I'm not ready. So if you're not ready, fine. You know, you just sit and do your own thing and you listen first. And then before you know it, you say, hey, maybe my next step is not ending my misery. You know, my next step is not pulling the plug. My next step is, look at this guy, he was able to blah, blah, blah. I can as well.
Yeah, I think because just being in that environment, being around people, and knowing that you are not alone in some sense, right? You know, there's other people facing the same kind of problems and stuff like that. And listening to other people voicing out, actually, I think it helps you to like alleviate some of your stress. You know, even though if you're not talking or anything, just by being in the environment of like this safe and sharing environment, I think it helps a lot.
Yeah, I think it's true. So our differences. Right? So
okay, why we want to talk about our differences? Okay, why we are doing this video is because we want the audiences to understand a little bit more about us, like who are we, right, and how we got to know each other, how do we actually gel together, and what are the vast differences that we have, but we are still very good friends. To let people understand that, like, okay, who are you actually meeting when you're coming to the men's group? And then also, even if you are very different from us, from anybody else, we are all welcoming to anybody.
Understand.
So we are just trying to let you understand like how different we are. Actually,
yeah, it's true. Okay, we were both born in Singapore, but I lived all around the world. I really grew up like in all sorts of different countries.
Right. I'm in Singapore all the time.
Born and bred.
Yeah,
right.
Made in Singapore.
And you are full Chinese.
Correct. Yeah.
So I'm not, because my mom's Japanese.
Half Japanese.
Yeah. Actually that's another thing, you know. I've always felt like in my upbringing as well, like people like listen to the way I speak and feel like I'm either being arrogant, I'm putting it on or something, and it's
accent. Okay.
And the other thing is it comes across as like I'm trying to like know, like I feel like I know more than you, but that's not the case, right? It's not. So but anyway, and you know, because of that, I remember growing up in Singapore, I was a little bit I don't know if the word is embarrassed, but like, because I speak to my mom, or my mom speaks to me in Japanese, you know, and I always felt like I didn't quite fit in, you know, everywhere, bro, okay, let me sidetrack a bit, but everywhere I go, it's like, if I'm in Singapore and people find out that I am Japanese, they ask questions like, hey, does your mom cook sushi, you know, what is kimochi, you know, it's the typical questions I get asked. And then, you know, then when I'm in a white person's country, growing up in in a rather Western country, it's like, hey man, are you from China? Oh, do you eat dogs? You know, and then when I go to Japan and they find out that, like, you know, I speak to them in Japanese, but you know, when I say, oh, I'm from Singapore, then they're like, oh, annyeong hashimunika, like, huh? It's like, bro, that's
So
Korean.
everywhere you have some sort of stigma going on.
I don't know if stigma is the word, but it's like you don't. That's the thing with a kind of international kid, right? You don't fit in anywhere that you feel like, you know.
I get it. Okay.
I'm a citizen of Singapore, but at the same time, everywhere you go to, it feels a bit like a bit different.
Okay.
But at the same time, everywhere you go, you're like, hey, that's also me.
Okay.
So there's a flip side. Everywhere is your home as well.
Yeah.
Okay, where was I? And then you're from a Chinese-speaking family, is that right?
Yeah, more Chinese speaking. Yeah, because my dad and my mom, they went to like Chinese school last time. Because I think last time there's only Chinese school. Then subsequently they have like English or whatever, but they went to Chinese school. Yeah.
My dad was Chinese educated, but he speaks English more actually.
Okay.
Yeah, but okay. And I think that also shapes the way we think about things.
Sure.
You know, even our approach to things, you know, that it's a more like Singaporean way versus a, you know, my way, which is probably not your stereotypical, you know.
I guess a little bit, because in the end, I also grew up to be quite radical, you know. I mean, not in like that very Chinese traditional way. I don't know what got into me, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I think that's something we can talk about, right? Because our work is similar in the sense that you also don't do a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a personal trainer. You know, you. I don't know if fitness influencer is the word, but these days everybody's an influencer. But
yeah.
By the way, mind you, right? Those days when we were doing what we did, right? There was no such thing as influencer back then. It wasn't.
It's not a term. Yeah.
It wasn't a term. You were just a guy who's a PT.
Yeah.
You happen to have an Instagram account.
Correct.
That's it, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I think the other thing is when we both started, right? We didn't start off because we wanted like, you know, oh yeah, oh this is gonna make us money. I'm sure you didn't know it can make you money.
Nah, I'm still not making money, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, and you're a manhunt champion.
Yes.
Yeah, if I'm not wrong, if you Google like attractive Asian men, I think you come up as one of the. No, for as in
Really?
if you do.
No, it's fine.
Okay, it's fine.
Okay.
But for me, very.
Last time.
Yeah.
Last time.
What? Oh, is that right?
Maybe last time attractive.
Really
now,
into fitness.
Now not anymore.
Actually, when I knew that we're doing because I haven't been in front of camera doing this in a long time, I knew I was talking to you. I'm gonna wear a shirt, man. And then, that's my next video, by the way. I'm gonna do a video on like a physical transformation.
Okay.
The other thing is I'm very into like combat, like the fighting arts.
Oh yeah.
Jiu-jitsu, karate, kobudo, and you do none of that.
I did like Thai boxing when I was young.
Okay.
Like before army time. And I was quite serious about it.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. But after army, like due to ligament tear and shit like that, right? And you know, work and stuff, then I don't do it anymore.
Yeah. That's another topic on its own, right? People that say like people that go to gym, like you just look good about comfort. You know this whole thing?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that another time.
Sure.
That's one of those things that in men's group you can talk about.
For sure.
You know, which is like, I just say my perspective and you say your perspective.
Agree
right?
to disagree, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I think what we're trying to illustrate here is that we are very vastly different. Final point.
You forgot one more point.
I'm Christian.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was a free thinker, like for a long time. Then maybe until recent years, then I gravitate more towards Buddhism. Yeah, and fun fact, I am going to Thailand during December to actually go and be a monk. Yeah, to experience monkhood for a week. Yeah, like
for a week.
Yeah. It's like a temporary
Bro,
monkhood.
do a year.
I will try. Okay. No lah. Then to experience the whole monkhood thing, no.
Okay. In Thailand.
Yeah, you have to shave your eyebrows, and then stuff
You're
like that.
almost there.
Almost. Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's important to say as well that I'm a Christian.
Sure.
I'm not in any way saying I'm Jesus. You know, it's like I go to church because I need help.
Yeah.
You know, I don't go, and it's the same with you as well, right? It's like we don't say that we are the role models, right? We are here because we are
all learning.
We're all learning, right? We all have our downfalls. I think, in fact, for us, maybe even more obvious, right? That's the other thing about men's group. Men can fall, men can have troubles, regardless of where you are. You know, you could be in a very high position of power and you can fall. And people that do many different jobs can fall as well. You know, but I think it's important also to say that what we go through is probably not uniquely us, right? Things like, you know, infidelity and, you know, all this kind of stuff. It happens everywhere, but it's just that if you're in front of the camera, you tend to be more exposed to this kind of stuff, right? But it definitely happens in other people's private lives as well. So this is something that we can, you know, for sure chat about during men's group.
Oh, one more very big difference.
Yes.
I have a lot of tattoos.
Oh yes, I'm tattooless. I tried to get tattooed, but I wouldn't pierce this.
Oh right,
yeah.
Skin of steel, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, but it's true. Yeah, you're covered in tats. I'll maybe I can speak about it another time. But I was so close to getting a tattoo.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. Then I had a conversation with my dad.
Okay.
Can I talk about this?
Sure.
Yeah. So when I was younger, okay. Time to laugh at me for when I was younger. I was like, look, I'm gonna do breakdancing and entertainment for the rest of my life, you know. So I wanted to get a tattoo that makes me not be able to change my path. So I wanted to get so I was very sure about my destiny. So I wanted to get this tattooed on my back. And then I was like one day before getting it done, right? So I had already got like a spray-on tattoo, and then I was like, okay, I'm getting used to it. I think I'm gonna get one.
Okay.
Then my dad was like, you know, my dad is a little bit more like, at that time he was still quite aggressive. He's like, hey, you know, if you want to tattoo it, might as well tattoo it on your head then you can remind yourself every day. And I was like, okay, no, fair point. Okay, so then instead I bought a ring with the word destiny engraved on it. And so for so many years, I always wore a ring on my middle finger to remind myself to stay on the path. And I always said, the moment I get married, that thing will clash, and then my destiny then becomes not as important. So it was when I got married that I got rid of this ring, and I'm like, now my focus is marriage and family. Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, tats. I admire tattoos. I really like tattoos. I just don't have them.
You still have time, bro.
That is true. My wife has a tattoo.
Oh really?
Yeah, if you look at the both of us, you'd think she's the one without the tattoo, but she has a tattoo. We basically enjoy this camaraderie, and we want other people to be a part of it as well. You know, so it's not like we are there to be teachers, to be gurus, you know, we're not. You're also there for help. I'm also there for help. You know, we go there and we're just purely, let's call us facilitators. You know, we're just there to organize it, to make an environment where it's safe. You know, whatever we talk about stays there. And we too are being like ministered to. We're also learning. You know, we're not there to give that advice. So I think that's important to know as well, right? And we always say like, okay, what are the misconceptions of men's group? Okay, first of all, it's a gay thing.
Right? Like our FAQ. What is this about and stuff?
A lot of people think it's a gay thing. But the thing is, if you're gay, by all means come. You know, if you're married, by all means come. If you're married with a kid, by all means come. We have everyone from men with multiple children to people who have been divorced, you know, people who are never had a girlfriend before, you know, we have all sorts of different types of statuses. We have different jobs, you know, like also we have a vast, you know, array of people from different jobs, and everyone's welcome. You know, actually I wanted to talk about the point of faith as well, because I realized a lot of men's group, right, are based on a particular faith, but what we're doing isn't based. You know, it's not like only if you're Buddhist you can go, or if you're a Christian group. It's like we're open to everyone. Because to be very honest, in the Christian circle, I feel like this exists. There are a lot of these support groups, but
only Christians.
But it's not that they say only Christians. They welcome everybody. But it tends to be initiated by a church, for example.
I get it,
You get what I mean, right? And so I think people have that apprehension to say like, oh, you're trying to, you know, convert me or whatever it may be, right? Even though that's not the case, you know. But I think.
I think what you're trying to say is that there is no pressure whatsoever coming to the group. There is no like agenda. There is no like based on any like any basis or whatsoever. It's just free for all, like free speech, and then just open your heart and just talk freely,
I think exactly what you said. At the same time, I think we do have an agenda, because we always say that at the end. We say, what is our purpose? Our aim is what we want to. Iron sharpens iron, right? We want men to come together and make each other better. And the thing that I always say at the end is, after this session, as long as you go home and you become a better brother, a better husband, a better boyfriend, a better son, you know, a better father, as long as you go home better, our job is done.
I think just overall be a better man.
Yeah. That's our goal. Right? The last thing I wanted to talk about is like sometimes when like women hear about this, they think this is a
bitching session about them
against women, but that is very far from the truth.
Yes, it is very far. As in like we are not focusing so much on like bitching about them. We are more so about talking about ourselves. Yeah, because in real life we don't have the chance to talk about ourselves.
Now it's about me.
Yeah, it's about me.
Now. But that's true, because
it is true.
Yeah, I mean, we come here, we bash it out. Sometimes we have different opinions as well. We bash it up about this topic, and then we come to some sort of consensus where we learn to see the other person's perspective. Then maybe when we go home, we become better men. We're able to understand our spouses better. Could be. I think we talk a lot about like happy wife, happy life, and we're very focused on, how do we make female happy, swallow our problems. As men, we try to just swallow it, but we do need a place to
spit out.
To spit out, a safe place as well, right? That, I think that also goes into that point of when we do men's group, we have this very strict rule about no recording or videoing, and whatever happens at men's group happens at men's group. You don't take it out and talk to other people about this, because once that trust is broken, you're gonna, and it takes a lot of trust for people to open up.
We have to respect everybody's like vulnerability and their trust in that group, because if you are saying something that is private for someone else, right, to another person, as like a bitching session, right? Oh, that day I heard this guy, blah, blah. Then it defeats the whole purpose,
I think when guys come in also, they'll realize that we're there to facilitate. So we don't know the answers, but we're also there as like patients, like everybody else. We're also there to learn, but we're also there to like nip negativity in the bud. If someone starts bitching about, this guy, blah blah blah, hey look, man, I'm sorry you had your time, but we gotta, because we can't be brewing this negativity, right? I think we also talked about, so basically it's not anti-women, it's actually focused on how do we become better men so that we interact better with women. We become better men in society, and I think that benefits women as well.
Yeah, it does.
The other thing I think we want to talk about is, and something very important is that now the government is, our government, now the Singapore government is putting a lot more focus onto mental health. Maybe it was the case before, but it wasn't as obvious, but now there's a lot more light shed on it, so I think it's important that women have good mental health, women are more articulate than men are, but at the same time I feel like we also need this kind of thing, and it's great to see that the government is on board, and I think there we can talk about where we see this in the future. Like you've told me this before, but a lot of men approach you as they need an older brother figure, they need like a father figure, right? And I think that's the beauty of it, right? We have younger boys, who need help, younger boys that don't have a father figure, they want to reach out, and then men's group is the place for them. In the future we could have like men's group youth, maybe sometimes we meet up as different ages, but sometimes the youth, you focus on this, and the let's say in our 30s, we can meet, and then we have more frequent sessions. Right now we're once a month, in the future we could be twice a month, we could have different locations, one in the west, one in the east, whatever it might be. I think that's our goal.
Okay.
If this video speaks to you and you feel that it is something that you're interested in, by the time this video goes out, we would have made a either an Instagram or some kind of account that you can approach us on, or you could just approach Jason directly and we'll give you the details, and we'd love to see you down there.